TPM አፍደገ ዘመናዊ ትግራይ
Good morning everyone. Today we are having a guest from the US. Her name is Kavya and she is from the US. She is here in Tigray in Maqala. Welcome to Tigray and thank you for coming to Tigray and for spending your Christmas time here.
Thank you.
And she is going to tell us lots of things about herself and her observations here. So first, thank you for coming, and then tell us about yourself.
So my name is Kavya and I'm 9 years old.
9 years old.
And I'm in 4th grade. And I've had the privilege from my mom and dad to travel around the world. I've been to 20 or so countries.
20?
Or so countries.
Oh, great. And when did you come here?
I came here about a week and a half ago.
Okay. So are you here in Maqala only, or have you traveled to some other places?
I came here from Addis Ababa. I stayed there for about half a week. Then I came to Mekelle.
And no outside Maqala. You have been to Addis and Maqala only. Okay.
No. Well, I went to Abuna Yamataga.
Abuna Yamata. Okay, great.
And I've been to other places. I can't remember.
Great, yeah. So, and how did you find the kids here? I think Dr. Dawi told me you have been to places such as Lala, playground for kids.
Yeah.
So, how did you find the kids who are your age?
I found them really warming. Like they were really nice and they weren't shy. They weren't shy. It was nice.
And were they able to communicate with you in English?
Yes. Well,
many of them?
Times, yes. And yeah, many of them were able to communicate to me with English, and it was really nice.
Did you learn some words from Tigrigna?
I learned Issue and Salam.
Issue and Salam. And by the way, why did you come here?
My mother is working on this cool app that it's so in the villages the locusts are eating all the plants, you know. So my mother is helping the locusts go away so we can not have the plants, and people are starving because of the locusts. So she's helping the locusts go away, and she's helping the people kind of,
And you joined her.
Food.
Okay. So, and I heard something important. You signed the treaty agreement
in Hiroshima.
In Hiroshima.
Well, first I traveled to Hiroshima in Japan, and then I went to this cool museum in Hiroshima, and I was so. The second I came there, I was so sad that I saw how the people suffered and the black rain, and one of the most affected of them all are the women and children. It's sad, and and also it's sad because the people some people didn't even, the farmers, they didn't even know that the war was happening. They were just living a happy life, then suddenly the acid black rain came and they died for no reason. It's sad. So I signed the nuclear agreement because I didn't want that to happen ever again.
So you are only 9 years old, but you are so confident. You know how the nuclear affects people. What more can you tell us about the nuclear energy?
Well, the nuclear thing, the atomic bomb, it came, and first the thing is it produced so much dust that the people died because they had to, not died, but like they became very sick because they had to breathe in the dust. then the nuclear bomb also had nuclear power in it. So it made acid rain come down, which is very, very bad for the lungs, and people die if they even touch the acid rain. So they dead like that. And I really didn't like it, because like the people who, they didn't even know why, what was happening, and they just died.
Great, thank you. And let's come back to your experience here. Did you eat injera and?
Yes, I loved injera.
Okay, so you loved the foods here?
Yes, I like the food.
Let me add some more questions to Kavya. And yeah, I mean, people, children who are your age have been denied school for the last 3 years, and you might have met many of them. So what do you know about the war in Tigray? It's because of the war in Tigray that children couldn't go to school for the last 3 years. What do you know about the war in Tigray and the children who are your age but couldn't go to school?
I went to this orphanage called Lola's Children's Village, and I asked this one kid, and he said we had to hide when we saw the drones because we were scared, and he couldn't. I felt sad in my heart. I feel sad. I don't know why this. I don't like this war to happen. I feel sad, and I wish people could be happy again.
Yeah. So I think politicians do not listen to the voice of children like you. They don't understand how the machine guns, the warplanes, how the sound of the warplanes, the bombardment affects children like you. So what message do you have to the politicians in the world or in this country?
I just want to
they can listen.
I just want to say, please stop. People are, and they don't even know what to do, and they're just dying, and it affects the children because if they get used to that environment, then when the war stops, then they're suddenly like, wait, something's wrong, and it's just it's not good for the children because they can't go to school and they're scared. The children lose parents all the time, and they have to go and be in orphans, and I don't want that to happen to anyone.
Great, thank you. So you are bringing up a very brilliant and confident child. Can you tell us about your kid and why you are here in Tigray and diaspora in Seattle? Did you have any connection?
Yeah, we have many Ethiopian friends in Seattle, some from Tigray, some from other areas of Ethiopia. And we always wanted Kavya to know other cultures and be familiar with people from around the world, because it's a global world we're living in where people are coming from all over the world to live in Seattle, and we have access to travel. And so we want Kavya to know that we are all one people, and children, they don't start these wars, but they suffer. And so we want Kavya and other kids to know that we're all coming from the same place, same heart, and they can have so many things in common, much more than they have differences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe in the US it may be a different culture, but here it's the mother who is shaping her children. So what can you tell us about your relation? I mean, you took her to more than 20 countries, so this could be one, but what else do you want her to know? And
so at the core, what I would like Kavya to understand is that we are all same humans. There are no differences. We create the differences because of some advantage. The adults want to get some advantage, either in terms of the resources, access to more resources, or access to more comforts. But when it comes to children, whatever information we share with them is what they grow up with. So our goal is to share with Kavya that we are all one humanity. We need to understand each other. We need to work together, collaborate together, because there are many challenges their generation is going to face. For example, climate change, or there may be more wars because of the resources, the fewer resources, and the population growth. So there are so many challenges their generation would have to face. I think the only way they would be able to solve these things is when they can connect with other humans, connect with other people, and understand that we are all in it together and we are the same people. So that's our goal for Kavya to understand.
We have been in a war, as Tigray was in a war, and it may not be easy for people from the US to come to Tigray, because even though the war stops, still there may be concerns. But you came here, so why was that?
Well, we were invited to come because of Sushma's project to help learn how to control the locust problems that happens in the agricultural regions of Tigray, and we were invited here in collaboration with Georgia State University and Mekelle University, and again we know that we have so many friends and colleagues from Ethiopia and in Seattle, and we want to know where they're coming from, so we can all relate and bring our knowledge back that we gathered in Ethiopia and come back to the U.S. and have that to share with our friends and family there as well.
Yeah, so you might be hearing about the war in Tigray, so you can imagine how the war affects the region, and now you are here, so how can you compare your expectation of the places you have, at least you have observed, and your expectation and the reality?
So before we came here, in Seattle, actually, we participated in demonstrations against the war. I remember that Kavya, myself, and Liam, we were walking with the Ethiopian community because we have good friends there, and we were walking through the downtown saying no to war. And when the opportunity came, because of the Georgia State to research about the locust mitigation here, I was really happy that the people that I have known, or the war that we were protesting against, that I have an opportunity to go see what that is like. However, as a mother, I was a little hesitant to think that, is it okay to take my kid there, because the country has just, the region has just gone through war. Am I going to be in danger? It is one thing for me to put myself in danger, but am I going to be putting my kid in danger? But when I talk to people in Seattle, and then when I talk to the lead on this project is Daniel. So when we talked from Georgia State, he reassured that Tigray region is safe. So then I was very enthusiastic and happy to bring Kavya here. But when I came here, I sent so many notes to my friends saying, I was amazed at the resilience the people show in the face of the extreme conditions. It was my privilege to be in the meetings with everybody when we were, as part of the research, when we were in the meeting, how people were talking about the war, yet they get up and they smile in spite of all the hardships they have been through. That to me is so powerful, that it shows the resilience we have as human beings. I wish the wars don't happen. I wish that we don't fight. But it also is a testament to the people, and how people here in Ethiopia, in Tigray region, they say yes to life with all its hardships, with all its difficulties. That to me is a powerful lesson, and I'm extremely privileged to be here to understand that.
Great, thank you. So you raised the issue of the locust mitigation. What can you tell us about the research on locust, any of you?
So I came here as part of the workshop that was conducted by Georgia State and McKellar University. And my role in that was to see if there is any way technology can assist the mitigation. And the workshop happened for 2 days. It was, again, it was really incredible to understand from the local people, even about the locusts, like everything, how they have the knowledge. They already know about the locusts. They have the knowledge and awareness about what to do and how to take care of things. However, there are global challenges such as environment is beyond the hands of the local population, or geopolitical stability or instability is beyond the control of local population. So that is where we are trying to see if there is any way Georgia State University can maybe establish like a global center. So there is cooperation between the countries to understand where the breeding grounds are, where the swarms are, and how that can be mitigated. And part of the workshop is to also understand the local knowledge, how local people were able to process it so far, and how to integrate that knowledge into the systems we are building.
Okay, great, thank you. So these are the questions I have. If you have anything to add, you are welcome.
I just wanted to say, the people have been the most incredible part of our visit to Ethiopia. The warmth, the food, the music, the culture that you're holding on to. It's such a strong, proud culture, and I'm happy to have the privilege to visit here. We'll cherish this forever.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for giving us Kavya. I mean, she has already started to be our voice, the voice of children who are here, and when she grows up, we expect more from her. And thank you for coming and visiting us, and for the interview. And wish you pleasant time. I think we are left with few hours, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
TPM أفدق زمناوي تግራይ أب ملء عالم زلخم دقفتن فتوتن ميديا حزب تግራይ TPM بزاقت إلى زلا لينك تدقيمكم نميدياكم بتخلوا ودقف كتجبروا بتحتنا اللابو أبعد نزلخم دما بزعب قطر حساب دقف نخت جبروا بخبر نسوع نتجبروا كل مدى وحجز أقدمنا نمسكن TPM أفدق زمناوي تግራይ TPM أفدق زمناوي تግራይ